Brought to you by GMSDC Radio and broadcasting live from the Business Radio X studios in Atlanta, Georgia. It's time for Let's Talk Small Business with your host, Stacy Key.
Good morning and welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Small Business. Hi, I'm Stacy Key, your host for this edition, and I am excited to be here. First, before we get started, we've got an exciting show for you today. Before we get started talking with our guest today, I want to remind everyone that on October the 3rd, GMSDC is going to be hosting its Spirit of Alliance Award ceremony, and we're going to be celebrating 40 years. So if you don't have your tickets and you are not planning to attend, please change your plans, mark your calendar, and go to www.gmsdc.org and get your tickets for this year's award ceremony. It is going to be exciting as we celebrate 40 years of excellence in supplier diversity. You don't want to miss it. And today's show, we're going to be focusing on our winners from last year's Spirit of Alliance. We've got 3 phenomenal companies, 3 suppliers that are going to be here talking about their success. They're going to be talking about their business. And so you don't want to miss this year's Spirit of Alliance as we again award suppliers in this space. And so welcome to our 3 guests. Welcome to this edition of Small Business.
Thank you.
Thank you. So first of all, let me introduce who we have with us today. First of all, we have Manish Madan. He is representing Pyramid. He is a co-founder and president of the Solutions Division. How are you,
Very
Manish?
good. Thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
It's glad to have you. And Alisa Clark with Glory Professional Cleaning.
Hi, good afternoon.
Glad you're with us.
Thank you.
And Manish Madan of Systel.
Hello, Stacy. How are you?
It's good to see all of you. Now, first of all, let me go back and tell you, Ramesh is representing our Class 4. Alicia is representing our Class 1. And Manish is representing Class 3. So all of our winners from last year's SOA have now awarded our regional winners, and they're going to go on to compete for the national in San Diego in October, correct?
That's correct.
All of you are going to be in San Diego.
Yes.
And the event is October 18th through the 21st.
Right.
And so I know all of you are going to be there, and I'm going to be there cheering you on because we're going to take out all of our special things and sprinkle dust on all of you. We're going to make sure we got a national winner in this group, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Magic
yes.
wands.
Okay, we got magic wands, magic dust. We're gonna put it all out.
Favor.
Yes, we're gonna claim it.
Okay.
We got a national winner in this group.
Exactly.
Okay? Class 1, Class 3, and Class 4.
Right.
But all of you have phenomenal businesses. You're pretty smoking hot, okay?
Thank
And
you.
so we're gonna start from left to right in the studio, and we're gonna start with you, Manish. And we're gonna have each of you, first of all, talk about your business, talk about your success, because you're pretty successful. You're pretty awesome. And so each of you are going to talk about your business, your success, and what brought you, talk about your journey and how you've gotten to this point. So Manish, starting with you.
So Systel is an IT services and an IT staffing company. We've been in business for about 17, 18 years now. And with a lot of focus over the last few years, we started pushing for growth. And we have accomplished 27-28% compounded annual growth rate over the last 5 years now.
Oh, my, 27-28%. Nobody does that, Manish. That is phenomenal. Congratulations and kudos to you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Keep going.
And, we've done that by focusing on what we do and just focusing on doing that well, delivering superior services to our customers. And, as I mentioned even last time, once we have a relationship with a customer, once we open the doors, we make sure that we deliver great services to our customers and build long-term relationships with our customers. Besides that, we've started diversifying. We stay up to date with technology. We're investing a lot this year in things that are upcoming, things like Internet of Things. We're investing a lot in a big data COE. And everything that comes under digital, which is social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. And we're building centers of excellence around each of these this year to keep fueling our growth in the coming few years now.
Excellent. Now, I want you to take a few minutes, Manish, and talk about, because he's really on the cutting edge here. And so we've had some discussions. He is developing and working with us in developing a solution, MBEnet, a network for our MBEs that we are going to be rolling out. And so, Manish, take a few minutes and talk about MBEnet.
So MBE Net is a simple marketplace concept. Stacy, you're very aware of it, but for the listeners, I'll elaborate on it. It's a marketplace where we bring all the MBEs together. Majority of the MBEs are small or medium-sized businesses, and it's never easy for small businesses to market themselves. Marketing and business development is the biggest challenge entrepreneurs of small businesses face. And MBE Net is going to be that platform where MBEs can list themselves and market their services and products to the entire MBE world. At the same time, it's not the sourcing and procurement is not an easy process for small businesses either. So MBE Net is going to be that one platform where small businesses can come in and source and procure services, which otherwise is a challenge because of their limited access to service providers, which is challenged by geography limits or certain other things. Now, MBE Net is going to be a national platform, bringing all MBEs together. And if you wanted to do business with a certified MBE, all you have to do is log into the platform, put in your requirements in a very simple RFP, and the RFP goes out to all the service providers that play in that space.
And so we are very excited about MBE Net. We're going to be rolling it out in Georgia. And we're going to get all of our MBEs. And you guys are aware of the $1 billion challenge out there of $1 billion more business. And we're going to start with you guys trying to do business with each other. There's opportunity because that money is just as green as any other money, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And so we're excited. We're working together to get this done. And so kudos to Manish and his team for being innovative, out of the box, and coming to us to bring this forward to help us to get more business for our minority business owners.
It's my pleasure, Stacy, to be able to contribute to one of your key goals for this year.
Excellent. So, Ramesh, Pyramid. Now, Pyramid's been around. You guys have been, you've grown from a class 2 to a class 4. You've had phenomenal growth as well. Talk about the journey of Pyramid and where you've gone, what you've done, and talk about your success.
Thanks, Stacy, for this opportunity, and certainly a pleasure to be on the show. Pyramid started about in 1997, so 18 years in business. We've been growing year over year, and our success, I believe, is because of the hard work that goes in by the team that we have put together. It's without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. And I think our success has been because of the effort that we put in bringing in the team, and also putting the effort to retain them and treat them fairly so that they're part of the team for a long period. So Pyramid is an IT services company, very similar to what Manish's company is, and providing services very similar to that. We are primarily an IT services and IT staffing company with a global presence, but Georgia is our hometown. We always feel very proud when we are recognized in the local community. So this award meant a lot for us, being recognized by GMSDC for the local award. And again, IT services across the board. We also provide solutions where we do in a non-shore offshore model. We deliver services, value-added services to our clients.
Excellent. And so Pyramid Consulting, again, has done some talk about the division that you're heading up, because you've done some pretty innovative things.
Sure. I head the solutions group where we are actually providing more turnkey solutions for our clients and end-to-end solution. One of the things that we did ended up being a very innovative thing, that we actually were able to create a separate company. This is in the space of mobile testing. We actually had a client that had a challenge with testing their mobile applications, and we came up with a very creative and innovative solution, which we realized over the period that it's actually worthwhile making a product. So we actually created a separate company called Mobile Labs, which is focused completely on a product base, not a services. And so that's what we really like. We encourage our employees to be innovative, think out of the box, and when something creative like this comes up, helps us grow and helps our employees grow.
Excellent. Now, all three of you just reek of success. I mean, it's just, you can just smell it in the room, success. And so I want each of you to talk about what do you contribute your success to? And I want you to share with the minority businesses that are listening your tidbits, your wisdom of success, because I'm just telling you, I'm just smelling it in the room. It's just all about success in this room. So anybody can start out first, but talk about what has made you successful. What is that wisdom, that nugget, that hidden secret? This is the thing that has really made us successful, that set us apart from the pack. What is that?
In one word, I would say it's just hard work. I think nothing comes easy in this world unless you put in the effort. Each individual person needs to put the effort in to make it a success. And also not be afraid to take risks. Risks is part of being an entrepreneur. Unless you take a risk, you're not going to be out there trying to be successful. So I would say those are the two things: hard work and adventure to take a risk on.
So when I hear risk, that says to me, be bold, step out.
That's correct.
And so being bold and just hunkering down and getting it done.
That's correct.
Taking no prisoners.
That's correct.
I like that. Being bold and taking no prisoners. I like that. Okay, you two.
I will go next. So I would say faith in God and hard work. I know with some of the MBEs, or when people come to us and they ask us when we get started, I said, well, if you don't want to get dirty or work long hours, keep your day job. So, you have to put in that time. And for a season, there's stages, levels, and seasons. So if you're willing to put in that time and just stick with it, it can happen for you. And so outside of the box, we just last year won the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica. We've been doing business here.
International. Wow.
Yes.
Kudos to you. Congratulations. See, again, I'll tell you, I'm smelling success in this room, people. Smell it everywhere.
We have really been dominating in the commercial space. And so, we just looked at another option, which was the federal government. And we got a contract in Miami, and then we won the contract in Jamaica. So we're really, really excited about that opportunity.
And so let me translate faith, passion.
Yes.
Staying power, tenacity. That's what I hear when you say faith. That's just, that's that will not to give up.
Quitting is not an option.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Go get a job? I had one for 22 years. So.
That's exactly right. So that's that staying power.
Yes.
That no matter what, I'm going to
in it to win it.
In it to win it. Oh, I like that. In it to win it. You know what? We're going to tweet that out. In it to win it.
Okay.
In it to win it. And again, Ramesh, you're saying the same thing. The hard work.
Yes.
There's no easy path here.
Right.
If you're looking for an easy road or easy way out, owning your own business, this is not, you need to get a day job.
That is true. I used to tell my sisters all the time, I don't know if they thought I was at the one-day sale, but I'm like, no, I'm 724. I mean, if not me personally, I have people out there. So
you're always working when you own your own business. You're the brand.
Yes.
It's always on. I like that. And so, Manish, you're bringing up the rear and with the secret sauce, that secret formula of success.
I think our success over the years has been built on 3 pillars. Focusing on the customer, focusing on employees, and focusing on innovation, staying ahead of the curve. Customer focus has always been primary for us. We start with the customer, we understand what their needs are, and we build solutions for the customers. With a huge customer focus in mind is how we design our teams, our capabilities, things that we invest in. Second thing is people. We are in a people's business. If our people are not happy, if we don't have the best people, they are the brands for Systel. They carry us in the market today. They go and touch the customer every day. I don't go and deal with every customer myself. So I need to have a strong team. I need to invest in people. So employee satisfaction is another key pillar for us. And the third in this ever evolving industry is innovation. We invest a lot in innovation. We keep investing in new technologies that are coming up. We keep building capabilities to service our clients through either our staffing route or through the IT services route. And as I mentioned, Internet of Things is big for us this year. And within that, very specifically, we're focusing on cybersecurity this year because we know with billions and billions of gadgets across the world getting connected to the internet, security is going to be key. It's a very futuristic thing. We're already ahead of the curve right now, building a strong center of excellence around cybersecurity for Internet of Things.
Can I piggyback?
Yes, you can piggyback. You're successful. You can do whatever you want.
Sitting here listening to you, I think if when you said the customer, if you call any of our clients, the first thing they'll say, we're responsive. The contract that we won last year, the gentleman said that the last guy that had it, they hadn't seen him in 3 years. So you have to be responsive. Communication is key. Employees, we have some employees that's been with us 7, 10, 12 years. So if you take care of them, they will help you grow and, help you increase your bottom line. So that is very
and adding on
important.
to what Manish and Glory said, getting a customer is very difficult. So retaining the customer is very important. So we put every effort to ensure that we don't lose a customer. When a customer calls, and we don't really want the customer calling us because we want to be proactive and be in front of them instead of them calling us. So it is very important that you take care of the customers that you have. And Manish, great point about employees. As I said, our success would not be possible without the employees that we have today. So.
Okay, so you guys have said some pretty awesome things. I'm just going to summarize what you said because I want to take it down a path. You've talked about hard work. You've talked about risk. You talk about being bold. You talk about faith and passion. Retaining your customers. Being customer focused. People are important. People make the difference. Innovation. So, innovation is key, and everybody's talking about innovation now. So can you speak to innovation and why is that important to your respective businesses? What role does innovation play?
Innovation helps us being in front of our customer demands. We have to predict what our customers' needs are, and innovation helps us be ready and be prepared for that. Without that, you're not going to be able to meet your customers' needs and demands. That's where innovation plays a big role for us.
Oh, wow. And with the technology thing, I fought and kicked with LinkedIn and all the Twitter and the social media, but it's so relevant because, I have some customers that I can email them and get a response instantly. And I'm the sticky hands-on, want to do notes and do phone calls. So you have to keep up with that trends and innovation. That was very hard for me. It's like I'm calling and I'm not getting them, but I email and I get an instant response. So that's just one of the ways that you have to just keep up with the trends and technology.
My take on innovation, Stacey, over the last 2 decades, if you see the world has changed. Nothing seems like it was when we were growing up.
Right.
Change has become a constant, and that constant is not over a period of 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. It's by months nowadays. It's by weeks nowadays.
Yeah, I agree. It's instant. It's more instant now.
Yeah.
It's more instant. So you have to evolve with changing times. Your business needs to evolve. The services you offer to your customer needs to evolve. Your customer needs are changing. Your employee needs are changing. What will sell in the market is changing. If you don't continuously innovate, you're going to be left behind, and you don't want to be one of those. So innovation has to be part of your culture. It has to be the way you live your business.
I would agree. Innovation is the key if you're going to survive. Our theme this year for GMSDC is realizing tomorrow. And a key part of tomorrow is innovation and all the other things that you guys have talked about, the being bold, being focused, all of that is about tomorrow because it's different. Right. And we smell success in this room because you're doing and embracing all of those things. And so take a minute and talk about the obstacles because that people learn as much about the obstacles as the success. Talk about some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome because that's brings insight as well.
When we first started, we were probably just engineers sitting around the table. When we formed the company, we didn't know how to run a business. So there's learning every day. I mean, even today, every day we learn something new. So the obstacles are always going to be there. it comes in various forms. It could be technology challenges, it could be people challenges, it could be financial challenges. Growth, to spur a growth, you need great financial support. So sometimes you find that you don't have the financial needs, you don't have the financial support to be able to grow. So all kinds of challenges are there, and each one needs to be dealt with separately and individually, kind of a thing. So.
Wow, challenges. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly, from mom and pop to, I can remember coming out of them and implementing some of the things I learned in the military, like policies, procedures, pulling all these things together. So financially, wow, hiring employees, they exist, but again, you seek that help or outsource. I know we had to outsource some of our CPA services until we got a lawyer, that type thing. So obstacles are there, but they can be overcome.
For a small business, based on my experience, I'll talk of a few things. One is brand building. For you to get access to new customers, to build a prospect list, you need to have a strong brand out there. For you to be able to hire good people, you have to have a brand out there. And as a small business owner, a lot of times you don't allocate enough resources to brand building and marketing. So that's one challenge we've seen over the last few years. Besides that, access to capital for growth is extremely important, just like Ramesh mentioned.
Yes.
If you're in a high growth phase, you need access to financial capital to be able to support that growth for you. And we did talk about innovation, and in innovation, a lot of it comes by betting, and taking the risk. One of the setbacks we have experienced in the last few years has been betting on one of the wrong things. Things that did not work out, and we lost about a year of effort from the senior management team, and we lost a lot of money that we had invested in that initiative.
Wow.
So for small businesses, these are the kind of things that become obstacles.
But those are the learnings.
Right.
And so you learn, again, you learn as much from the boo-boos and the obstacles as you learn from the winnings.
Right.
And so you need those boo-boos to really build the strong, pull off the scab, to really, that's what you really grow from.
Yeah.
And so you need those. They're painful, but I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. But there's enough people around that you can seek help from. I mean, GMSDC is a great organization that way. So we learned a lot. I mean, from every time we meet people, the people that we get introduced to, we learn from them. We learn from our partners. So there are problems, but there's always solutions to it. And if you can't come up with it, seek help. I mean, don't hesitate to seek help.
I agree. And so you mentioned a premier resource being GMSDC.
It is.
Wow, look at that. Ramesh, I'm going to have to pay you a little bit for that later on, okay? And so let's talk about resources, because all of you, you need help. It takes a village, to be
Right.
really honest. And so are there other resources that you'd recommend to others to reach out to help you in this journey? Are there any other resources that you found that you've utilized, saying, because, we have partnerships with SBA and SBDC and others. Are there other resources that you would recommend? We're going to have MBE Net up soon, which is going to be the premier resource. But are there others that you want to recommend or highlight?
Yes, I would say. And so my journey to GMSDC, we had been thinking about it for a while, but there was this large corporate client, and we were up for a contract, and they said you have to be GMSDC certified. So I went right over to the Small Business Development Center, and Erica helped me put my packet in for my certification. So between that, Georgia Tech, and of course, engaging in GMSDC, the different NBICs, and it's very helpful. So I have with those partners seek
Excellent.
support.
Excellent. So as we're wrapping up today, I want to ask for just quick wrap-up comments, just very short from each of you, because you have really shared. And again, I want to congratulate you on your success. Any parting words from anyone today that you want to just tell, other MBEs or small businesses that you want to share as parting words? We'll start with you quickly, Manish.
GMSDC is definitely a great resource for people to rely on. MBEs who are part of GMSDC, I think, should take a more active role if they are not doing that today. There are things that don't automatically show up, but if you get engaged with GMSDC, Stacy and her team are always there to help you. This is how we got linked into the Mentor Prodigy program that we did with Veronica. Great resource. Through that, we got linked to SBDC. We did the Grow Smart program. Stacy and GMSDC have helped us grow our business by opening doors for us, businesses that I would never have access to. Today it's easy for me to go walk into a Fortune 100 company and get a meeting there, all thanks to my association with this team here. So MBEs, just getting listed here, becoming certified MBE is not enough. You got to stay engaged and be seen at every event and build the network through this organization.
You got to work the business.
So you must be present to win, because I see people out and they say, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that. And it's one thing you can join, but you must engage.
Must be present to win.
Yeah. And so as you engage, you build those relationships. I have some strong relationships with some of the MBEs. We strategically aligned ourselves for business, so you must engage.
Okay.
Yeah. Before I forget, I did want to take this opportunity to thank Nidra Dixon of Accenture for nominating us for this award. We wouldn't be here without that nomination. And again, we wouldn't be here without our clients for sure. So I do want to take this opportunity to thank her for that. Again, just what others have said, be very engaged. And Pyramid has always been part of GMSDC, and we've engaged. We have always engaged with them. We want to promote GMSDC. We've taken what we learned from here to other regions. They've helped us become members at other minorities centers across the country. So I think there's lots to learn from working with people around the GMSDC organization, and please take advantage of that.
Again, I want to thank all of you for joining us today. Congratulations. We're going to spread that magic wand and this magic dust so we can have national winners.
Yes.
Well, thanks again
Thank you.
And again, good luck in San Diego. I want to thank our listeners and thank our sponsors, the Coca-Cola Company, Georgia Power, and the Cox Media Group of companies. For without you, this would not be possible. Tune in next week for the next edition of Let's Talk Small Business. Enjoy your week.